Hello and welcome. This is Hannah, the Akashic Records reader, and today I'm going to be doing a reading for someone who wants to ask a question that is very commonly asked in the Akashic Records, and that is, what is my soul purpose? And the reason why this is a commonly asked question is that people who are spiritually awakened know that their soul has a purpose. They now want to try to identify what that purpose is, usually for the goal of wanting to be able to follow it. Now, you should know that each soul does have a plan, otherwise known as a contract, and that plan will have an overall mission. The mission plan looks different for every soul. So you yourself might have one big mission or many small pending missions or accomplishments to carry out. And all of them are considered to be soul mission. So not everybody has one overarching main mission. Most people have several small missions, or not small, but rather individual, a series of missions that they hope to accomplish in this life. And when they come to me asking the question of what is my soul purpose, they're trying to identify what is the mission that they're meant to carry out now at this point in time that they're approaching me with the question. So think of each mission as a chapter within your life, an era. When you were younger, you were dealing with certain things. Throughout your life, you might have been dealing with other things, and that was your mission at the time. And now at this point in time, you might have a specific mission that you're trying to grapple with, understand, or figure out. And although in the Akashic Records, the time construct doesn't exist the same way it does here on Earth, when your life mission or your soul contract is planned before you're born, each individual mission that you might have, if you have more than one, are actually set up in chronological order. So they generally reflect a certain age range or time where you're at in your life. These missions might also be time sensitive in the sense that you're possibly meant to accomplish a certain goal or purpose at a certain point in your life. And therefore, it's my belief that when people come to me with a strong sense of urgency of wanting to know what their life purpose or their soul mission is, it's generally because their soul, and on an unconscious mental level, is quickening and is speaking to them and saying, hey, at this time in your life, you're supposed to be doing this. Wake up, get going. And so very often that is the sense of urgency and the drive that pushes people to come to me and say, could you please do an Akashic Records reading for me so that I can understand my life purpose or my soul purpose? You should also know that each and every soul is at a completely different place in their soul expansion, meaning their learning curve, the reasons why they're here. So the mission plan can look very different from one person to the other. And that's why it's very important not to compare yourself to others, especially people that you're close to, and say, look what they've accomplished in their life and look where I'm at, because everybody has a different and unique soul purpose and soul mission and a different timeline. Yours is set and written out in advance before you're born, specifically and uniquely to you. So you are actually on your own time schedule. The only thing is that perhaps if you're a little bit late in waking up to certain life purposes that you might have had, you might feel a need to consult with someone like myself, or you might have external events that can happen to you, and people often call these wake-up calls, but that's another subject. You should also know that listening to those urges, those callings that you feel deep inside of you, most often is your soul waking up and you being in tune with your mission plan. People come to me looking sometimes for more clarification or external validation to what they feel is an urge or a pushing inside of them. They want to know whether or not they're on track with their life mission, and they want more details.